Eredivisie, French League One, the Russian Premier League, the Clydesdale Premier League,
the champions,
the FA Cup, and so much more.
Have you ever seen anything quite like that?
The big kickoff this August on ESPN.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
Welcome back. It is a night to remember for the new Liverpool manager, Brendan Rodgers, his first game here at Anfield, and we can hear from him now. He's with Peter Martin.
Brendan, give us a little insight into your emotions as you prepare for your first match in charge of Liverpool at home.
Well, I'm very honoured. I said that on the first day I was in here to manage such an institution of the game. It's incredible. So, and I've been given an incredible welcome by the people of Liverpool and the players. So, and obviously last week was special. I said last week it didn't matter if it was in Belarus or Brazil to lead out this team and this club was, as I said, I was very proud. So, but obviously everyone knows the feelings and the sentiments around Anfield. So to walk out tonight a full house will be really special.
It's early days, but what can we expect from your Liverpool side?
Well, first and foremost, we, as I said, the players and us all, we have to defend the culture of the club by working hard. You know, whatever players the club have had, you know, the club is based on hard work, and that's the most important ingredient. If you've got that obligation to work hard, and then you've got talent, then that's important. So for me, it's going to take time for me to bed in all the ideas that I want. But certainly the players early on, they've shown great. As I said, they really wanted to learn, which has really impressed me, and that's important. So, but great appetite for the game, and as I said, that'll be important for us.
You've got a slender advantage from the first leg. What do you expect from Gomel?
Well, they're a team that they're well into the season, so they'll be still probably fitter than us in terms of match fitness, but the team that were strong on the counter-attack. You know, they allowed us to have the ball, sat in very deep, and tried to break quickly on us. And like I say, they got one or two players that can cause you a problem. So it's going to be a difficult game. I think any in Europe, no matter what stage, is always a difficult game. For us to get the win over there last week was very, very important. But to come here, we want to make Anfield a fortress this year, and hopefully that'll start tonight.
Quick 2 points here. First of all, what can we read into Agger's inclusion? Is he staying? And can you give us a little update on Joe Allen?
Nothing on Joe Allen, because he's a Swansea City player, and I never speak about other players. And Daniel Agger he's obviously a top player. He's someone that I very much want to keep here at the club. There's obviously naturally interest in him, but Daniel's very happy here, and so him playing is very much a part of my plan and very much a part of the squad. There's obviously a lot of things written about Daniel and said, but the reality is he loves Liverpool, he loves playing for the club, and he's very, very important to what I'm trying to do here.
Good luck tonight.
Pleasure, thank you.
Tight-lipped on Joe Allen, as you'd expect, but as for Daniel Agger, well, he stressed it again there. It's a player he wants to keep, and it sounds like Daniel Agger might want to stay.
Well, I hope so, you know, because we all know what it gives you on the ball, playing football, as well as defender. He's a very good defender. So if you want to go players and get into the top four, they're the type of players you have to keep. And he's through the gauntlet down. If anyone does want to come and get him, you know, whatever team you are, then you're going to have to pay top dollar. Personally, from a point of view, from myself and the fans, you want to see him stay. You want your best players to stay. You don't want to see them going at any sort of given price.
And it would be very hard at this stage, Diddy, to replace him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be at any stage. A player of his quality is always hard to replace, but especially now with 2 weeks, because if you want another player, everybody knows you've got a lot of money for him, so they will be asking for top dollar as well. So let's hope he'll stay here. Maybe they can sort of contract extension now. I think he's only got 2 years left on his contract. He's very much a Liverpool player, as Brendan Rodgers said. We're happy to have him here. What the future brings, we'll see, but he'll be a vital part of Brendan Rodgers' plans for the future.
As for Brendan Rodgers, well, he's so happy to be here. He said it could have been Brazil or Belarus last night. It didn't matter for his first competitive game. Certainly, he also said, though, he'll need time. So the fans need to buy into this project.
Yeah, with every man, you know, every manager, you hope to have time on your side. But
will he get it, though?
Well, from a Liverpool point of view, we had 4 different managers in 4 years. And over the last 30, 40 years, we've had 7, 8. So it's something that you don't want to see. Managers coming and go. You want them to be successful, you want them to do well. But you do need time. It's a different philosophy we're going to see. As I said, you need different players to come and buy into the philosophy, what he wants, and move one or two, juggle them about. It's going to take more than a season. As long as the fans see progression somewhat on the field, on off the field, then I think they'll be happy next season.
And Diddy, if you can hear me, talking of progression, is progression a developing style of football, or does it mean win?
I think it's both. I think you have to develop a style, as we know he can do, as he did at Swansea, but also results, because mentioned the fans before. I think they welcome him with open arms, but to win the fans over, you've got to win football matches. He knows that. And I think a progression this year will be, if we are in contention with 3-4 games to go for the top 4 spot. Last year I think we've been 15 or 16 points behind the top 4, which didn't give the club a chance or the team a chance, I think in February or March, to finish in the top 4. I don't think this is good enough for Liverpool. This year they have to be a lot closer, and I'm sure they will.
It might take time. When Brendan Rodgers did do his in with the American honours, he actually submitted a 180-page dossier to them, which obviously won them over, but he talked about doing it in the Liverpool way, with style, with possession, but vitally as well, he talks about bringing kids through and developing the youth system as well, which is something I'm sure you would both like to see. But it's easier said than done.
It is, but you know, Brendan's been around the block a few times. Whereas other managers, other ex-players have gone into, they played football till the 35. Brendan's learned the game, the coaching philosophy from when he was early 20s, because he went out of football for a bad injury. So you're talking about nearly 20 years experience on the coaching side, going abroad, going to Spain, seeing Barcelona in a way. So he's built up this 180-page dossier over a long period of time, and you have to start at the bottom with your kids, with your infrastructure to get them through, and then obviously get to play right throughout the club, Liverpool way. And I applaud him for what he's done up to now. Everything's said. What we need now is results.
Certainly will be a big test. As you can probably hear behind us, the atmosphere is really heating up here tonight. It might be 9 days before the start of the Premier League season, but it's sold out tonight. It's a huge welcome for Brendan Rodgers, and Liverpool are 1-0 up in this tie against FC Gomel, hoping to qualify for the playoff round of the Europa League. And they are there in their numbers, as you can see. The first half is coming next.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
No Old Firm games this season. Well, ESPN have something just as thrilling. One of the oldest rivalries in football is ready to kick off. And without a win over their old foes in 3 seasons, Fenland will pray home advantage counts for the Hivies.
It gets better and better.
On the other side of the capital, new gaffer McGlynn will hope his young Jambos can prove they've got what it takes.
Has done it.
Hibs Hearts, Sunday at 11:45, live on ESPN.
To make things just right, we even build the robots that build our cars. Hyundai, whatever it takes.
So for tonight's star prize, how can Subway give you a freshly made 6-inch sub packed full of quality ingredients plus a drink for just £3?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How can you get any one of 9 delicious subs plus a drink for just £3?
Freshly made sub. Quick, please.
Drink.
I'll have to hurry you.
I don't know.
The Subway lunch for just £3. Genius.
Seeing as I got 15 weeks free from Aviva on me car insurance, I thought I'd upgrade me headphones. Oh, ho, ho. No.
Want 15 weeks free car insurance at aviva.co.uk.
Are you looking for better value today? Well, this will interest you. In the 2011-2012 Premier League season, Betfair were better priced than Bet365 in the match odds market on 272 of the 380 winning outcomes. Better than Ladbrokes on 245 of the 380. And better than William Hill on 268 of the 380. Now that's value. Before you bet today, check the prices on Betfair. Text value to 82882 to download Betfair mobile. Betfair. Don't settle for less.
Things are changing. We're reinventing Pay and Go. We've created a Pay and Go tariff that gets better with time. Get 75 minutes, 500 texts and 100 meg of data for £10 a month. Then after 3 months, everything doubles, still for only £10. And the longer you're with us, the better it gets. Pay and Go 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 is ready.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
Well, the teams are almost ready. Final thoughts, guys. Diddy, will this be straightforward for Liverpool tonight?
Well, Liverpool had a couple of moments. They were quite lucky to get away with a 1-0 win a week ago, but they're week fitter, which makes a massive difference in pre-season, and I expect a more comfortable night.
John?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a cricket score, to be fair. I think it'll be pretty tight. They done quite well last week. The finishing left a lot to be desired. They let themselves down there. Otherwise, they could have won the game. But I think Liverpool will get through. Might be as comfortable as people think, but I think we'll get through to the next round, yeah, definitely.
We shall see. OK, time to head over to our match commentators. David Pleat is alongside Derek Ray.
Thank you very much, Darryl. Good evening, everyone. Tradition runs deep at this grand old football ground. But tonight, talk centres around a new era, if you like, a new beginning. Liverpool's first match at Anfield, under the supervision of Brendan Rodgers. And while the words philosophy and project have been used liberally in the build-up to this fixture, let us not forget that priority number one is to complete the job that Liverpool started in the stifling heat of southeastern Belarus a week ago. Steven Gerrard leading out the team. Liverpool missed out on European competition last season. This is the 39th campaign in Europe. They've won this competition 3 times before, just when it went under a different name. (1-0) the score from the first match. Liverpool were outplayed at times by a fit Gomel team. Gomel currently third in the Belarusian Premier League. And Daniel Agger in the Liverpool side. He is a qualified tattoo artist, you'd never have guessed. So the handshakes before the action underway. Liverpool will be very disappointed indeed if they don't make it through. Brendan Rodgers all smiles and a touch for luck. A European night at Anfield. It might be the qualifying rounds, but there's an atmosphere about this occasion. Brendan Rodgers, big moment. And what about the team he has named? There are 5 changes from the first leg. Reina, Agger, Lucas Leiva, Shelby and Suarez, the 5 who have come into the side to the exclusion of Jones, Carragher, Spearing, Henderson and the injured Cole. Stuart Downing scored the goal of famous effort that separated the sides at the first time of asking. Jamie Carragher is being honoured tonight, following on from his 700th appearance for the club, and fittingly, Roy Evans, the man who handed him his debut back in the 1996-97 season, doing the honours. Roy Evans, the former boot-room stalwart. Carragher, his former pupil. It's been quite a career, hasn't it? For the man from Bootle. There's the Gomel team. Igor Kuzmenyuk takes the place of Artur Lievitsky. There's another change from the first leg, with Ilya Alexievich coming in for Pavel Kirilchik. The Belarusian international Nikolai Kashevsky captains the side. Just 9 goals in European competition in total between the players in the starting 11.
For many, many years. That goes from us and all you big fans. Jamie, you've been a fantastic servant. Thank you very much from everybody.
Thank you, Roy. One last time.
So popular, Jamie Carragher.
Achieved and achieved and achieved.
He is on the bench tonight. We're just about ready to get underway. And good luck, Brendan, says Roy Evans. All the officials hail from Denmark. 32-year-old Ken Hansen is the match referee. Luis Suarez putting on the red shirt again, following on from Olympic duty with Uruguay. Any second now, this match will begin. And the crowd is, I think, a bit healthier than we thought it might be. Not too many empty spaces are visible. Interesting that John Joe Shelby has been given the thumbs up by Brendan Rodgers. Shelby, the 20-year-old, scored a couple of goals for Liverpool last season. 16 matches altogether. Just waiting for the whistle of Ken Hansen. On a hot summer night, thick with the weight of humidity, Liverpool play host to a team representing Belarus for the first time in European competition. Yes, the manager represents a big part of the story, but the players know they have important business to attend to, David Pleat.
Yes, it's a fascinating game, and welcome to this evening's encounter. A terrific crowd, as you say, Derek, very surprisingly, but they've turned out tonight to support the new management team with great hope here. And they'll be particularly delighted to see Daniel Agger in the back four, Lucas returning from injury, and of course the new player Fabio Borini, who's starting on the left-hand side.
Early free kick for Steven Gerrard to contemplate. Liverpool have got the heavy artillery forward. In by Gerrard, an early test for the goalkeeper Vladimir Bushma, 28-year-old from Minsk. Gomel in their traditional green and white. Liverpool all in red. And Tomasz Nowak has played 3 times for the Polish national team. I do expect the counter-attacking approach from Gomel. Suarez is able to lose his man. He's up against Kuzmienok, a Belarus-Russian under-21 international. The tempo is high at the outset. Lucas Leiva, back from injury, was out for the best part of 9 months. Required cruciate surgery. Glenn Johnson, Steven Gerrard. Johnson looking to weave his way through. Forest of Gomel players. Gerrard tries again. And Johnson still involved. And bursting through with Stuart Downing. And it's a bright start from Liverpool.
Yeah, good start. Suarez playing as a lone furrow up the middle, split the two up front, Downing and Borini.
And by Gerrard, it took an awkward deflection.
Brendan Rodgers will want to play similarly to Swansea, but of course he has to maximise the strengths that he has at Liverpool, and he may have to adjust his thinking a shade until he comes to terms with his philosophy and his way of playing. But this is a great opportunity for players tonight to stake a claim.
Downing's corner wasn't quite right for Johnson. There goes John Joe Shelby. Now then, Borini. Exciting young player, Fabio Borini. Was with Roma in Serie A last season.
Terrific block there by Matvejevic, the full-back, the number 3. Borini looking to get on the inside and hit that effort there.
Liverpool on the front foot in the opening few minutes here at Anfield. Gerrard with the corner. And Bushma's there to gather. Quick release, looking for Alexander Alumona. He's from Russia, he is of Nigerian heritage.
Expect Liverpool's full-backs to play really high up the field. They'll try and play similarly to Swansea. The centre-backs will split. You'll see Spearing or Lucas coming deep and trying to receive the ball. And it's so important for the team from Belarus that they're not daunted by this tremendous atmosphere at Liverpool. A wonderful theatre for great European nights, of course. But for Liverpool to progress in this competition, indeed to win it, it's going to take something like almost 20 games. Incredible.
Here's Stuart Downing, left-footed but operating on the right. Steered it in with his weaker foot. And Tomasz Novak up towards Alumona. Jose Enrique digging in. Spanish left-back. Former Newcastle United and Villarreal player. Daniel Agger looking for Lucas Leiva. Martin Skirtle. Shelby. Liverpool had 3 matches in North America. Didn't manage to win any of them against Toronto FC, Roma and Spurs. They were victorious in the first leg of this tie.
Belarus lining up with quite a orthodox system, basically a 4-4-2. Gomel's tactics. The young manager Kubarov, only 46, doesn't really compare, of course, to Brendan Rodgers, the second youngest manager ever in Liverpool's history. The youngest, Mr. Souness.
Second youngest to have led the Reds into a European battle. Agger keeping it on the ground for Suarez. Tidily out to Downing. Johnson. Downing. Suarez was arriving. Confident piece of goalkeeping from Bushma.
Excellent play by Liverpool there, using Downing to come inside on his left foot. Johnson going on the outside, the ball played inside, making a lovely triangular movement there. I have to say the goalkeeper looks confident at this stage. He's a tall guy, is Bushma, he's 28, 6'3", he's going to be busy.
Suarez trying to keep the Gomel defenders occupied. Well known to be a resilient team defensively, Gomel sometimes struggle to score a lot of goals. Suffered just 1 defeat on their travels in the last 12 away matches. Shelby. Skirtle. It's become ever more in vogue, hasn't it? A left-footed player operating on the right flank. We're seeing it with Stuart Downing. A fellow by the name of Messi has had a bit of luck doing it that way. Alumona. Here's Shelby getting in the way, and Lucas not kindly enough for Kazeka. Skirtle's there to solve the problem.
Solid covering by Skirtle. Skirtle and Agger very much a centre-back pairing there, which will allow Johnson and Enrique to go forward. Shelvey will be the deepest of the midfield players. He will be picking it up at times off those centre-backs and setting Liverpool in motion. Gerrard given the opportunity to thrust a little bit more forward from the midfield area. Gerrard, of course, captain, and having come back after his inspirational duties for England.
Jose Enrique, the idea was good. Offside against Borini. Joe Cole picked up the hamstring injury in the first leg in Belarus. He's enjoyed himself in France last season, playing for Lille under Rudy Garcia. Finished third in Ligue 1. 8 minutes have elapsed. No scoring in the second leg. Alumona tried to bring the ball under control. Second successive season in the Europa League qualifying rounds for Gomel. Team from the southeastern part of Belarus. Suarez. Away goes Johnson. Downing. Gerrard with a shot. Bit too straight to worry Bushman.
Liverpool attacking with some fluidity, passing the ball quickly. Gerrard taking that shot early, but once again the goalkeeper equal to it.
After he thought about it for a second or two, for awarding the free kick to Borini.
Novak in the centre there, keeping a close eye on it's Kazeka, the holding midfield player. His job very much to try and look after Steven Gerrard. Quite a task. It looks a Liverpool setup that is very close to what Brendan Rodgers is considering for the early. Of course, there is much talk about a couple of transfers maybe coming in before the first league match.
There's Borini, and he skewed it following the layoff by Gerrard. It is a work in progress. It's going to take time. Brendan Rodgers acknowledging that fact. Revolutions don't happen overnight, do they?
No, he'll slowly get his ideas across, of course. Colin Pascoe, his coach, who was a very lively winger in the 80s for Swansea City. He's come and joined him, and there'll be some new ideas put forward in the training sessions. It will be interesting to see how they cope without the great Liverpool traditions of Liverpool managers like Kenny Dalglish, for example.
Well, it's a new approach, a new man in charge, and it's early days for Brendan Rodgers. Suarez nodding it down. Ended up being a great ball from the back by Skirtle. Borini, Suarez. Couldn't bore a hole in the Gomel defence, but Liverpool had it back quickly. Gerrard, lovely flick. And Gerrard again. There is Vladimir Bushma.
Well, certainly the Liverpool approach play is quick. There's no sluggishness about their passing. They look quite bright.
There's a long haul, the Europa League nowadays. Liverpool have designs on lifting the trophy. They'll have to play a total of 19 games. Given the European tradition of this football club, it's very hard to imagine anyone whinging about the inconvenience of the Europa League. We have heard that from one or two English clubs in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they've all got big squads now, haven't they, Derek? And they've got to be able to cope with these competitions. They know what they're in for. The success is certainly worthy, but you need a big squad. And if you look at Liverpool bench tonight, certainly it looks very strong with the likes of Andy Carroll and Henderson. Spearing, very experienced now last season. Carragher, of course. Charlie Adam. So it's going to be interesting. The early games, they've got fascinating early league matches. Have Liverpool away at Man City, Arsenal and Man United.
Shelby got away with it in the end. There's Gerrard. Jose Enrique. Once again Suarez, waiting for it to be played to him. The offside flag has been raised. 12 minutes on the stopwatch. Great to have you with us here on ESPN for the second leg of this third qualifying round tie. Liverpool 1 goal to the good from the first match.
Referee Hansen there just looking closely at that challenge of Johnson on the wide player Platanoff. Decided that it wasn't worthy of a free kick and Liverpool get the throw in.
It is a balmy night here on Merseyside, as it is preparation for these weather conditions. Roasting weather in North America, particularly in Baltimore for the pre-season game against Tottenham, 0-0 draw. The conditions weren't easy either in Belarus a week ago. Flicked on by Suarez, flicked back by Downing. Shelby making his way into the middle here. And Novak trying to get himself involved. Here's Alumona. Skirtle staying with him. Made that look routine.
Rather ambitious Alumonas to try and get a shot in from that angle. Well blocked there by Agger. But it's nice to see the ambition of the Belarus team.
Gomel were a second division Soviet Union side in 1959 and 1968 and dropped to the third tier and ultimately the fourth prior to independence for Belarus. Won the title in 2003 after the National Cup last year.
Suarez wanted that ball just a little bit earlier from Shelby, but on the same wavelength, Suarez looking to run into that space between the Gomel centre-back and the left-back.
Off the head that time of Novak. Again, he was looking for Alumona. Suarez. And Gerrard. Downing's made the run into the middle. Suarez supporting too. Couldn't quite keep the shot down. But a dynamic Liverpool move.
A beautiful combination play between Gerrard and Suarez on the same wavelength. Lovely reverse ball by Suarez. Gerrard takes it on, looks up, plays a lovely ball across into the path of Suarez, and his shot just rose above the bar. Fine play by Liverpool.
Luis Suarez, who has agreed to sign a new deal on a long-term basis. Hoping to turn the page, what happened last season, get on with the football.
It will be interesting to see how Brendan Rodgers plays up front. There's Suarez off again for that ball.
And the offside flag. Just as he touched the ball, Luis Suarez.
Seeking the space all the time between the centre-backs, or the centre-backs and the full-backs. There he goes from Pep Reina.
Not sure, David.
Absolutely, a great spot by the Spanish keeper, and Suarez is very alert tonight. There's no question about that, because he's had these recent games in the Olympics, so he should be on the button.
Another player down. Ken Hansen's gone over to have a look. Was Platonov.
Yeah, it got a little bump there, but can't disguise injuries. Referees now are very sharp. They can see if anyone's got a head injury or if anyone is feigning injury.
32 years of age, Ken Hansen. He's been officiating in the Danish Super League since 2008. Promoted to the FIFA list last year. 0-0 on the night, 1-0 to Liverpool on aggregate. If they do make it through to the playoff round, they will be one of the seeded teams. Once they avoid the big guns, the likes of Sporting and Lazio and CSKA Moscow. The draw for the playoff round to be made in Switzerland at lunchtime tomorrow.
At the moment, Gomel working very, very hard, particularly the front players, number 8 and number 9, Alumona and Alexievich.
Johnson finding a pocket of space. Now Stuart Downing getting it onto his left foot, then back to the right. And Barini, so his shot blocked.
Not for the first time, Barini getting into shooting positions, coming in from that wide left area. Would be a great fillip for him tonight if he can start at Anfield with a goal or two. It would be a tremendous boost for both him and the manager that's bought him and had the faith to buy him.
Was alert defending by Matvejcic. Jose Enrique. Again a test for the Gomel defence. It's an impressive run from Platonov. Quickly forward by Shelby. Oh, lovely stuff from Luis Suarez. Denied by Bushma.
Well, he might have done better after that bit of wizardry, but the goalkeeper stood up well. Bushma, wonderful play. Absolutely diddled his way past Kashevetsky. Side to side footed into that corner, but the goalkeeper read it, almost teased him to put it there, and then went for the corner with a strong left hand. That's the previous effort. Once again, Barini on the mark.
And the 20th minute, Downing with the corner, and Aga trying to cause havoc, and the whistle comes to the aid of the Gomel players. Where does his future lie? Daniel Aga does like his body art, doesn't he?
Rare free kick for the team from Belarus. 1-0 down. They've got to try and force the issue. It's not easy for them. They're playing very solidly at the moment. They're working tremendously hard.
So they try to knit the passes together. And the fall for Novak on the right. Suarez on the Liverpool left. So the defenders frantically trying to get back. Gerrard's available. Suarez once more. Barini's pass. Trying to open up the Gomel defence. Matvejcic. Sergej Matvejcic, 24-year-old defender. Suarez. Well, that's what he's capable of. Barini! In his first game as a Liverpool player at Anfield, that is the way to do it. Fabio Barini, well known to Brendan Rodgers from their work together at Chelsea and at Swansea, comes up trumps.
Well, he took it well. It was his third effort of the game. Looking to hit the ball at every opportunity, but it was a marvellous bit of play once again by Suarez. Look at that trickery. Oh, there he goes. Tries to play it square. It comes to Barini and unerringly hit it first time with his right foot. Goalkeeper beaten at his near post, but it went with some pace. There's the speed and cleverness of Suarez. His footwork looks magical tonight.
He made his full debut in the first leg. Now here at Anfield, Fabio Barini with a moment he won't soon forget. 1-0 to Liverpool in this return leg. 2-0 on aggregate. It is going to take a gargantuan effort from Gomel. Shelby. Liverpool get into a bit of a pickle, but there's Glenn Johnson. Deftly done.
Looks strongly, Glenn Johnson, somehow. Whether he's put on a little bit of weight during the summer, looks both taller and stronger.
Just sensed though, David, didn't you, that a goal had to come?
Yes, I mean, they pressured well Liverpool. They played at a good pace. I think that Gomel have defended very well. 1 or 2 superb interceptions by Kashevsky at centre-back. But in the end, they're playing a bit of a high line, and Suarez is getting in between the spaces between the 4 defenders. They really need to play 5, I suppose, and play probably a little bit deeper. But here they go again into that space. between defenders and over the top. There's too much grass between the last defenders.
Johnson's pass, away by Kuzmianok. Gomel coming unstuck. A goal from Fabio Borini. His first official goal for his new club. Pepe Reina didn't take part in the pre-season matches in North America. Not for the first time. Suarez straying.
Well, I don't know if Kubarov, the manager, can see these spaces, but Suarez in the first quarter of this game has got in between the defenders far too easily, considering he's playing a lonesome figure up the front. He needs either to be marked tight, or they have to play deeper and leave less space behind the defenders, because he is just drifting into those areas so comfortably.
Skirtle was the offender. Alumona, the recipient of the free kick. Well, it's not lost on Gomel. If they're to have any success at all, they're going to have to depend heavily on set pieces. First free kick that's come their way in a position of menace. Kazeka's there, so to Kashevsky and Klimovic. Taken by Kazeka into the cup.
Well, he struck it with enough power, but there's really no bend on the ball, or certainly Reina was comfortable. Into the crowded Kop. Wonderful crowd here tonight, absolutely exceeded expectations. But the Liverpool crowd have come out to show the new management that they're right behind them, they're supporting them, and of course they desperately want a good run in Europe.
One more round after this, if they get through this round. One more and then the group stage. Reina remain calm. A pass by Lucas Leiva in his direction.
Yeah, they mustn't be too complacent, but they've got enough confidence now to move that ball. Oh, my word, once again, Suarez away.
It was Skirtle's pass, and it's Suarez, and Borini was trying to line it up. But Matt Svejcik not for the first time in this first half with the intervention.
Once again, he gets away far too easily. Good interception, but they need to stop these attacks at source.
Latest Liverpool corner. Gerrard with it, bit of tang going on. Alga thought his shirt was being tugged. Skirtle began his football career as a front player, Martin Skirtle. Shelby tries to curl it in. Johnson. Suarez, he's been busy. Downing floats one in. It's headed away by Ihor Voronkov, Ukrainian defender for Gomel. And Lucas and Borini. It was clever.
Yeah, a little bit of individualism, it doesn't go amiss, and the crowd appreciated it, but Liverpool are storming at the moment.
Fine piece of ball winning by Lucas, that was. As Skirtle's header. Liverpool keep the ball moving. Johnson. Well, the home crowd have been entertained so far.
It's certainly a better test for Liverpool, I have to say, than some of the pre-season friendlies that I've seen so far, where teams are tending to just go through the motions in terms of fitness. Liverpool do look to me at a higher level than a couple of Premiership teams that I've seen so far in friendlies. And they're certainly well motivated tonight. There's no complacency here. They're going to go for this one. They're going to try and get 5 or 6 tonight, I think, in the Belarus net.
Suarez gets the break of it. Bushmar. Suarez trying to keep his balance. Used to play for Torpedo Jodina. Oleg Kubarev was the manager there. Brought quite a few of the Torpedo players over to Gomel.
I would expect that the Bushman, the goalkeeper, would have really looked forward to this game tonight, because he probably guessed or knew he was going to be really busy, and here's a chance to show people what he can do. He's only 28, which is a lovely age for a goalkeeper. They go on way into their 30s if they keep fit.
That's the trend, isn't it? Johnson. Downing. Lucas trying to set it up. Suarez. Bushman. A very active start from Luis Suarez.
His dribbling skills are absolutely excellent. Has been criticised over a period of time sometimes for his individualism when maybe a pass would be better served, but you cannot doubt his clever skills.
There's Borini.
Super pass by Borini across the face of that 6-yard box. Suarez was there, but the goalkeeper was clutching that ball well. He's doing very well.
All the way up towards Arumona. There's the lone striker on this Gomel system.
Well, what's happened in early on, they started with the number 8 Alexeyevich a little bit further up, but he's dropped deeper now to try and help resist the domination of the Liverpool midfield. But of course they're still playing with only 4 back players, and that's where they're having the problems. They're not close enough together. The 2 full-backs are playing too wide towards Borini and Downing, and that is the trouble they're having, and Suarez is getting into those spaces in between. The full-backs should get narrower, much narrower.
Ago the Dane. Shelby, the young Englishman. Johnson running into Platonov, who was back there as the extra defender for Gomel. Suarez. Liverpool surely have more goals in them. Shelby took a deflection. Well, Borini has scored already, and he's a player who has style about him.
Very clever, completely deceived Klimlevich there.
It's Kazeka's pass. Johnson
just taking a little bit of a liberty there.
15 minutes to go to half-time. Voronkov. Well, that was a tidy ball. Platonov, and he stings the gloves of Reina.
High.
And it comes again to Voronkov.
That was very interesting there. I think that was a high challenge. Could easily have given a penalty away there, Liverpool. The rare Gomel attack. No offside there. Chance of a shot. Reina parries well. Now, when that ball comes out, that's a high. That's high. And that I think that should be a penalty. That's a dangerous kick there.
Referee saw nothing wrong. Ken Hansen from Denmark. Little swirl of pressure from goal. In terms of attempts, Liverpool on top. Have another look at that incident in just a second or two. Jose Enrique. It's played in by Suarez. Kashevsky, the captain, with the clearance. This was Skirtle.
Yeah, I think Skirtle went in high there on the number 7. There's no question. Kazeka, he didn't bend into it. I think that should have been a penalty.
Gerrard. Suarez. And as the visiting side, are you likely to get that decision right in front of the Kop?
Well, certainly if you came here with a team in the 70s and the 80s, you wouldn't get a penalty at that end with the Kop.
Do you know that from experience, David?
A little, but I think Liverpool was you couldn't even get a point here. You couldn't even get a shot at goal, but things have changed. Liverpool now have many challenges in the big league. The Newcastles and the Tottenhams and the Evertons are now on a similar level, and of course Manchester City, Arsenal, Man United. Fascinating Premier League in prospect this season, and Liverpool will be fighting for a European place again.
Well, that's certainly the hope. Gerrard. Johnson motoring forward. Glenn Johnson just overcooks it. Bushma's had to pick the ball out of his own net once tonight, twice in the tie as a whole. A programming note, we'll be back here at Anfield on Sunday from 2:45. The friendly meeting with Bayer Leverkusen, who incidentally are now managed by the former Liverpool defender Sami Hyypiä. And come the first week of the Barclays Premier League, Saturday the 18th of August, we'll be at St James's Park for Newcastle United against Tottenham. I think it'll always be St James's to most people, won't it? Now Gomel trying to concoct something. It was Klimovic. Speculative effort.
And Voronkov was trying to get in the box to help the centre forward Alumona, but no real ambition there to get in the box. And there's Jamie Carragher, the great servant, 700 games. Roy Evans, a lovely man incidentally, who gave him his debut as the man that presented him with the recognition at the start of the game, the trophy. It's a great servant to Jamie Carragher, whether at full-back or centre-back. Solid as a rock.
He's Liverpool's record holder in terms of appearances in Europe. Borini was hoping to make the connection with Gerrard. Suarez has been everywhere, hasn't he?
Well, he's a jack in the box tonight. He's really had a very good first half hour. There's no doubt about that. Being tightly marked, he's finding space, and once he gets possession of that ball, he can mesmerise defenders with those twinkling feet.
Suarez with this corner. Skirtle was prepared to attack the ball. Stuart Downing with his right foot. His weaker.
Well, he's got to start hitting efforts at goal and get that goal-scoring confidence back, because he did have a season to forget last year after the big money move. Needs to get on the goal sheet, goal-scoring. Andy Carroll getting warm applause. The England centre-forward, we all remember that wonderful header against Sweden. Seems like yesterday.
Well, where will Andy Carroll be playing his football this term? That's a pertinent question. The Liverpool supporters getting right behind the centre forward for the moment. Here's Suarez.
Two Liverpool fullbacks are enjoying this game, getting plenty of possession, playing like converted inside forwards. There's that ball again.
And Lucas, and it's offside. Borini had drifted.
Rarely could a team have had so much success with what I call a straightish ball. We saw Pep Reina early on, offside decision. There's another one, my word, so close, but the Danish linesman decides to give it to the visiting team, but they are square, this defence.
So quite a few offside decisions to make. David Vang Anderson, the assistant referee on the far side. Glenn Johnson's header away after Novak had fed it in. Here's Novak again, the pole. Downing. Then went Kazeka. That's very much his job. So a lot of the less than glamorous work at midfield for Gomel. Suarez has been given a licence to roam by Brendan Rodgers this evening, quite clearly. Shelvey. Downing trying to release Glenn Johnson. Him to run hard at the Gomel defence. Platonov. Matsvejcik. Shelby is trying to do the pressing. Aga, Gerrard. And Suarez. As Gerrard makes his way into the middle. Downing's there too. Great play by Suarez. Downing and Gerrard. Lucas Leiva. Free kick is the outcome. A decision in favour of Alumona.
Some excellent combination play between Gerrard and Suarez. They seem to really be on the same wavelength. Gerrard really enjoying that space just behind Suarez there, almost as a second striker. And with Lucas and Shelby playing as the deeper two, the base of that midfield threesome. It's working at the moment for Liverpool. I see Brendan Rodgers making notes there. I think he'll be very pleased with the manner of the performance so far, the attitude of the players, the way they pass the ball, and the half chances that they have created. Their movement's been good.
Well, that was ambitious. Voronkov from a long way out, and he made Pepe Reina think.
Well, it was a fair effort. It was worth a chance. Reina was lacking a little bit of concentration there. And an easy first half.
His dad Miguel was quite the goalkeeper back in the day, the 1960s and 70s.
There is talk, of course, about Liverpool being in the market for a goalkeeper. Jones played in the first game.
It's Klimovic with the corner. First one for Gomel. And it's a case of too much loft from Kaszewski, leaning back. Nikolai Kaszewski, 31-year-old skipper.
And a wasted chance, really, because they had players in the box. They worked the corner well.
There's that long ball from the back again. Voronkov does just enough for Gomel. Jose Enrique.
He's enjoyed tonight so far. He's passed the ball beautifully from the left back area. I think if Brendan Rodgers does push his full-backs well in and plays with two holding midfield players, I think that Johnson and Enrique are going to enjoy the start of the season.
Johnson. And Suarez. And still Luis Suarez. Steven Gerrard. 2-0 on the night. Liverpool well on the way to the playoff round. Suarez the architect, and Gerrard could not miss.
Superb play. It was good play by Shelby in the first place. Spread the ball well. Then we have those magical feet from Suarez. Seems to be able to drift the ball past opponents' legs and give Gerrard the opportunity. Who thought he was losing the ball, no such thing. Kept lovely control and gave Gerrard the opportunity to put the game possibly beyond Gomel.
And it's a milestone goal for Steven Gerrard. He is officially 150 not out. 150th for Liverpool. Gomel on the receiving end here. They have done their utmost to make life difficult, but there has been a gulf in quality, and Liverpool that bit further ahead this week in their preparation than they were 7 days ago in Belarus. Shelby using Jose Enrique. 3-0 on aggregate. Shelby and Gerrard almost through again. Would have been but for that good read by Kuzmianok.
There's some terrific unselfish running by the Liverpool players up front and making the opportunity for these passes to be played through. It was Gerrard that time that was thwarted. We've seen the forward runs of Suarez.
Gerrard with the corner. Here's Aga and Borini.
Volley with his left foot that time. We saw very early on in the game his first effort to goal, the volley with the right. But there's a corner coming and a little flick on, just a wide angle, and the suggestion is that Borini probably feels happier on his right side.
Well, the word from down below is we won't have any added time. The end of this first half. Remember, coming up during the interval, Daryl Curry with Didi Hamann and John Aldridge. Get their reflections. Liverpool have been up for it. Jose Enrique. And goes Shelby, and he's going to be penalised for that.
Our referee's had a quiet evening so far. Nothing major to... I think he was correct there. Shelby just lifted himself off the ground a little. Just be careful. Liverpool just need to play economically now. The game is comfortable. Now we will look at the quality of their performance. That will be the judgment. So far, Brendan Rodgers will be more than pleased, and I'm sure the supporters will give them warm applause as they come off the field in a few seconds' time.
And just about everything has gone to plan for the men in red. Jose Enrique. Now Lucas. Gerrard with Suarez. Alumona. Seen little flashes from the Gomel number 9. Shelby. Half-time at Anfield. Brendan Rodgers' first home game in charge. And Fabio Borini, a player he knows very well, scoring the opening goal. His first official strike for Liverpool. Steven Gerrard with his 150th. And one of the easiest chances he has ever finished off. At the break, it is Liverpool 2, Gomel 0 on aggregate. Liverpool lead 3-0.
A minute or two. In between time.
Well, so far so good for Brendan Rodgers. He has big shoes to fill, but they're a snug fit this evening. Young Fabio Borini got his first goal for the club, and Steven Gerrard got the second for the Reds. It's looking good. They're 3-0 up on aggregate.
And the training round, the full collection is available online.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
ESPN, the Barclays Premier League, kicking off this August. The Barclays Premier League on ESPN, kicking off with Newcastle Spurs, Saturday the 18th of August at 4:30.
Keys. They vanish at will.
No, you drove last.
Come on. They play hide and seek and always seem to win. But with the Fiesta, you only need to know they're in there, somewhere. The Ford Fiesta, with keyless entry and power start.
Hoorah!
Come there.
All right, Ray. Not too bad, Raymondo. If I was you, Ray, I'd go for cards and corners.
What's the latest live odds?
There you go. Bet365 has over 60 in-play markets. Remember, Ray, it's all about the in-play. Sweet.
Cheers, bruv. You're the daddy.
No, you're the daddy. Bet365.com. Bet in play. Now.
Some years ago, to prove that nothing weathers better than Sandtex masonry paint, we took one lighthouse and painted it with Sandtex, and one lighthouse keeper who we didn't. Sandtex, protecting buildings for over 50 years.
Go compare, when you ensure you must be sure to go compare.
Shape your current account around your life with the new Feature Store from Barclays. If you want to set your own alerts, like when you're nearing your overdraft limit, just add the free Text Alerts feature. Find out more about Feature Store at barclays.co.uk.
Yep.
An eye-popping 75%. That's what you know claim discount could reach with LV car insurance. Amazing, but you've earned it. And a 75% discount could make a colossal reduction in your motoring costs. That's why our comprehensive cover could start from as little as £210. How good is that? Talk to our lovely people on 0800 127 127 or visit lv.com.
Une annonce importante de Stella Artois.
It has come to my attention that a few people still don't know that Stella Artois has launched a cidre.
Not cider.
C'est cidre.
A day trip.
Le masterclass.
From the country.
Born on the continent.
Le apple.
Le hand-picked apple.
The pint glass.
Non, le chalice.
C'est cidre.
Not cider. From Stella Artois. Bonsoir.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
Live football from the first week in League One in France coming your way. Tomorrow night we start with the French champions on ESPN. Montpellier host Toulouse, and that's from 7:30 p.m. Then on Saturday, big spending Paris Saint-Germain, who finished second in the league last season, take on Lorient at 8 p.m. And then on Sunday at the same time, Reims, back in France's top division, start their season against Marseille. Welcome back to Anfield. 2-0 to Liverpool at half-time against FC Gomel. Diddy Hamann and John Aldridge are with me. And, well, so far so good for Brendan, isn't it?
Yeah, he'd be absolutely delighted. Some of Liverpool's players have been a joy to watch. 1 or 2 touch, the interplay has been superb, but just not the pressing when they haven't had the ball has been absolutely brilliant. They haven't allowed the opposition to get onto the ball at all, and it looks like Liverpool are in mid-season rather than them. You know, I expect a lot more from them, but Liverpool have been very, very
good. They look sharp, did they?
Yeah, excellent first half. They came out of the blocks firing, closed them down, didn't give them any chance to play, turned the ball over in good areas and scored 2 fantastic goals.
Yeah, and here's the first one. Fabio Borini, to do this on your debut at Anfield is very important.
Yeah, it started again with Shelby winning the ball, and then Suarez shows a great piece of skill. His balance and the way he shifts his body weight. Here he comes on his right foot, takes it with his next step, pulls it back, gets cleared, and then Borini hits it. Maybe the goalkeeper was a bit untidy, but great skill by Suarez and a fabulous finish by Borini.
Suarez will be delighted the fact that he scored so early on in his Liverpool career as a forward. You expected to score goals, and straight away he's got the weight off his shoulders. Good strike, good technique, took it well.
He looks good, doesn't he?
He done well, you know. Sometimes he's flown into the centre forward position, allowing Suarez to come into the space. He made some great timely runs. The one thing I liked about Suarez was the fact he's playing right on the shoulders of the centre halves. You know, he has been caught offside marginally on 1 or 2 occasions, but he's done it ever so well, and he's been such a thorn in the side. He's been superb.
And that was 1-0. The second one was coming, and Steven Gerrard, of course, got it. And this really puts the tie to bed. But more more nice interplay on this goal.
Glenn Johnson done well, but that sheer persistence by Suarez. He chased lost causes, but then so unselfish to give Stevie these easy opportunities.
Yeah.
But he won't get an easier goal, but great play.
Yeah, he closes a defender down, goes past it, he's got a vision. As a top-class player should have to square the ball for Stevie for an open net. But both goals were scored when the ball was turned over in the final 30 yards of the area, of the Gomel's half. And the first one was Shelby where he won the ball. This one, Suarez, his persistence, won the ball, and they got rewarded with a goal.
Yeah, they've been pressing very high up the pitch. Swansea did it last season, but also nice interplay. A couple of examples here. They led to Suarez chances, but this is exactly what the manager will want to see, Joe.
Yeah, it's quick movement, quick passing. You know, again, awareness is superb there by Suarez. Now Steven Gerrard sees him again, and it's a real good effort. Again, difficult technique, couldn't keep it down.
The second starts again where Lucas wins the ball, plays straight into Suarez. Great piece of skill. He's aware the defenders come in, nutmegs him. The goalkeeper must have shown him the near post there, because usually you go across goal, and it was a bit of a weak effort in the end. But his all-round display in the first half of Suarez was absolutely excellent.
Yeah, he looked sharp coming straight back off the Olympics. Okay, the second half is coming up, and so far things are looking very, very good for this man. The Liverpool fans can look forward to this second half. The tie is secure and the football is fluent. Well, you know, that is the Brendan Rodgers way.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
Didn't that sound like da-da-da-da? Oh yeah, you know, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Smart hybrid technology in the new Yaris Hybrid. The new Toyota Yaris Hybrid. Silence the city.
Every day, I ask, what can I do for Glenview? That's why I founded the Neighborhood Watch. After that short sort of breaking of the ice portion.
Sorry to be the squeaky wheel, but wouldn't it be more fun to actually break ice into little cubes and then pour some scotch over them? Let's go see what this is.
Wow. I see you.
Oh, mother of...
There is an alien invasion happening. They're among us.
Welcome to the candy shop.
Franklin, what are you doing? Who are these people?
Damn it, Mom, stay out of my room!
I'm sorry, Mima. I was trying to impress my friends. I was trying to be a big man. I love you.
Shh. The last thing we want to do is cause a disturbance.
I have an idea. My idea didn't work.
What is it about Thatcher's Somerset cider? Could it be that the Thatcher's family has been cider making here for 100 years? Who knows? But tell you what, one taste of Thatcher's Gold and you just know. It's been made by people who care.
Hola, I'm staying upstairs for the Olympics. I see you have a great connection.
It's Infinity, fiber optic.
Do you mind if me and my friends borrow? Hola.
So, when did we open an internet cafe?
Simon, how do you keep so many girls so happy all at once?
With that bad boy over there, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah, like talk to their boyfriends back home.
Anything's possible with BT Infinity fibre optic broadband.
Custard cream.
Are you looking for better value today? Well, this will interest you. In the 2011-2012 Premier League season, Betfair were better priced than Bet365 in the match odds market on 272 of the 380 winning outcomes. Better than Ladbrokes on 245 of the 380. And better than William Hill on 268 of the 380. Now that's value. Before you bet today, check the prices on Betfair. Text value to 82882 to download Betfair mobile. Betfair. Don't settle for less.
The journeyers, the jostlers, the anticipators, the painters, the posers, the well worth the waiters. The dodger, the dasher, the showing the wayers, the blower, the blogger, the come a long wayers, the perchers, the placers, the has our chance goners, the scribbler, the swapper, the sunblock slap-oners, the fake hair on cheekers, the sneaking the peekers, the won our first golders, the will be smiling all weekers, the shelterer, the shiverer, the taking time outer, the wiggler, the waver. So what's this all about her? We're all making the games.
No Old Firm games this season. Well, ESPN have something just as thrilling. One of the oldest rivalries in football is ready to kick off. And without a win over their old foes in 3 seasons, Fenland will pray home advantage counts for the Hivies.
It gets better and better.
On the other side of the capital, new gaffer McGlynn will hope his young Jambos can prove they've got what it takes.
Ball has done it.
Hibs Hearts, Sunday at 11:45, live on ESPN.
This programme is brought to you by Betfair.
You can telephone free.
In this most unique of seasons in the Scottish Premier League, there may be no Old Firm derby, but there is still the Edinburgh derby, and you can see Hibs v Hearts live on Sunday morning from 11:45 a.m. right here on ESPN. John Aldridge and Didi Hamann are with me here at Anfield. Liverpool 2-up against FC Gomel. Guys, final thoughts before this second half. What would you like to see from Liverpool now, John?
Get the ultimate match fitness for the West Bromwich Albion game, so go and I'll give you it all for the next 45 minutes. Now making that step up and being prepared, ready for the big goal that comes along.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity so early in the season to have a game where you're 2-0 up, because hopefully throughout the season we see that scoreline more often than we did last year, and it is how you defend the result, how you carry on. I expect them to press as they did in the first half, because then you can have a rest when you are in possession, and I expect more goals as well, because it's good for the confidence, and I reckon they carry on as they finish the first half.
Okay guys, thank you very much. Let's get back over to David Pleats and Derek Ray for the second half.
Very encouraging for Liverpool up to this point, and they'll hope to continue in the same vein. Second half about to get underway. Well, Gomel tried to contribute in the first half. They had their moments, but they were under the cosh for long periods. And you sense that the dam would burst. Eventually it did. Fabio Borini scoring the opening goal. Steven Gerrard shortly before half-time adding a second. It will be the Belarusian side defending the goal to our right in the second half. Liverpool playing towards the Kop. It was high energy stuff. YNWA, the most recent tattoo. Wonder what that stands for, David.
Well, you never know now. It seems the vogue, doesn't it? You're a bit unusual if you haven't got a tattoo of some sort.
I suppose the two of us are unusual then.
I'm afraid to say that, Derek, well, I'm just finding out.
There's Jose Enrique for Liverpool. Lucas Leiva. And Martin Skrtel. Scored 4 goals in all last season, his best scoring season as a Liverpool player.
Several pluses for Brendan Rodgers in that first half, and they will need to maintain that momentum and the tempo of the play. I think that Shelby certainly showed that he can manoeuvre that ball from deep positions, involved in both goals from deep play.
Skrtel. Agger into reverse. Ryder had a couple of saves to make in the first 45. And Suarez reaching out, tried to kill the ball. Wasn't a million miles away from doing so. Kazeka was the man back protecting the defence. Stuart Downing. Jonjo Shelvey just unable to bring the ball under control. Voronkov. Alexievich.
Just lost the momentum of that move, didn't they, when Alexievich had that ball. And once again, offside flag there. Suarez and Gerrard both looking to find the space behind the defenders, both eagerly looking to run forward, which served Liverpool so well in the first period. Means and see if the manager Kubarov changes his tactics slightly. It doesn't look so. Kazeka maybe sitting just a little bit deeper in the middle of the field. Novak probably play a little bit deeper, but generally speaking, I think it can be another 45 minutes of a grueling half for the Belarusians.
Alexievich tasked with taking this free kick for Gomel. Plenty of players back there for Liverpool. Away in the end by Borini. Three minutes into the second half. 2-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. Draw for the playoff round to be made tomorrow in Nyon in Switzerland at UEFA headquarters. Suarez. How many times have we seen him do that in the course of this game? Gerrard's pass. Borini continues his gallop. Suarez was crying out for it to be played to him, but it grinds to a halt. Offside.
Well, obviously the assistant has to wait until possession is connected with the ball. But he made a mistake, that is for sure. Was not offside, or was given offside, of course, but retrospectively, when we're all experts here, of course, he was definitely onside. But once again, super play by Suarez. He is the king of the evening so far with his touches and his improvisation. Really is having a wonderful game.
Well, we wonder about the future of Joe Allen. Of course, Brendan Rodgers had him at Swansea City. Peter Martin asked the question earlier, is there anything to report as regards Joe Allen? Brendan Rodgers said at the time, nothing new, he is a Swansea City player. But reports circulating earlier today that Joe Allen has handed in a transfer request, David.
Yes, I think when that happens, it's almost inevitable that a move will happen. When and for how much, well, we don't know, but eventually these things get decided. I'm afraid to say that coming from the other side of the fence, the players do have the power nowadays. They have the freedom of contract, and they also have periods of a contract when, if they want to go, they can create difficulties for the club, and there's almost a fait accompli about the situation.
Well, he would be an exciting addition to this Liverpool squad, no two ways about that.
Well, you've got to also remember there's Joe Cole, of course, who was back here after his loan spell abroad.
Lucas. Shelvey. Skirtle. Gerrard tries to link up with Suarez. Here's Alumona.
Looks a tidy player, Alumona, up front, but he's got no strength when you compare the power of Skirtle and Agger. They've really, whenever any ball's been played up to the diminutive front man of Gomel, they have powered through him. Very difficult for him to keep the ball.
Yes, he has at times been ploughing a bit of a lonely furrow. Alexander Alumona. Lucas. There's Enrique. Not quite what the doctor ordered that time. Sjarhi Matsvejcic was alive to what was going on around him. Voronkov. Klimovic.
That's almost the best move they put together, Gomel. Working the ball through the field from the right back area to the wide left.
Alexievich has made his way over to take the corner. Pepe Reina, no difficulties whatsoever. Gerrard. There's Borini. And Stuart Downing going around the outside on this occasion, flashes one in, and it comes to Gerrard. Unlucky. Gerrard foiled by the woodwork. And now the counter-attack is on for Gomel. Liverpool have to get bodies back in a hurry. Alumona just couldn't locate the ball, and there it ends for the moment for the Belarusian side.
Yeah, good defensive work by Aga there. Alert to the opportunity for Alumona's shot. There was a chance of a rare break after Gerrard was thwarted by the post.
Downing kept going, Borini, and now Suarez, going one way then the other, Luis Suarez! So near! Oh, it would have been a brilliant goal by the Uruguayan.
Well, he's absolutely full of his jiggery pokery tonight, Suarez, isn't he? Really top-notch.
And fair play to the keeper, Bushma, got that important touch, reaching out with his fingertips. Gerrard's corner, missed by Suarez. It wouldn't fall for Johnson either.
It deceived everyone, that ball. No one on the line protecting Bushma's goal. Here once again, the Uruguayan ties them in knots. Oh, a fine deflection. A fine deflection by the goalkeeper.
Does exude confidence, doesn't he, Vladimir Bushma?
Yes, I was interested at half-time as the players came out. He went round giving the high fives to all the players. They're losing 2-0, but he's trying to give them heart. I think he's kept a more than adequate goal so far this evening. Might have been a little bit unsighted with Borini's first goal, the shot.
There's a skirtle. Showing for it was Borini. Stuart Downing has loved to get the ball onto his left foot. Gerrard's header. Suarez is looking to discomfit Kuzmienok. Over has gone Matsvejcic. The ubiquitous Luis Suarez. Oh, that's glorious work again. Ball just stayed in. Down has gone Alumona, nothing there, says referee Ken Hansen. Lucas does give Liverpool plenty of bite in midfield. Kazeka, Shelby wasn't holding back. Gerrard topples over. Back on his feet now, the Liverpool captain.
There's continued purpose about Liverpool. Have to say Suarez, when he weaves along the byline, he reminds me of a player I signed from Celtic, Paolo Di Canio.
Ah, yes.
Paolo is another one. Sometimes didn't appreciate other players that well, but my word, he could dribble from outlandish positions, almost across the byline.
Certainly had the X factor back in the day. Here's Steven Gerrard. That was a difficult one for the defenders to read. Way in the end by Klimovic. Towards Alumona. Lucas Leiva onto him immediately. Alumona with the throw for Gomel. Excellent closing down from Liverpool. When they do lose the ball, they seem to hunt in packs, trying to get it back. Jose Enrique. Borini.
Just floated inside Borini, hasn't he, in this half? And thought he was more effective when he was in the wider position. It's probably something Brendan Rodgers is looking at. He's playing Borini now just a little bit loose behind Suarez and allowing Enrique to even have more licence on the left-hand side.
An amazing run from Suarez. It was a spectacular ball just seconds prior to that from Aga. Managed to pick out Downing on the right. 12 minutes into the second half. Liverpool lead 2-0 this evening, 3-0 in front on aggregate.
Borini's gone back now towards the wide left to retain the shape that he had in the first period, and it was effective.
Lucas Leiva's pass. Johnson was in the advanced position. There's Downing. Shelby. Now the referee had a pretty good view of that. Jonjo Shelby. And out comes the yellow card following through here.
Just got to be a little bit careful. The referee's correct. I think he's probably a little fortunate in the first period, Shelby. But he's making his mark, and not always in the right way, of course, but he's certainly making the manager realise that this guy from Charlton Athletic, who came in as a 16, 17-year-old in the first team, he's got something to offer here, and it could well be that he's got above Spearing in the pecking order. And looking at tonight's performance, it would not surprise me if he gets the nod. First league match against West Brom above Spearing. We'll also be keeping out players like Henderson and Charlie Adam, of course. But
naughty, wasn't it?
Yep, he's got to be careful.
As you mentioned, David, but in that errant challenge at the end of the first half, the referee might have been tempted to produce the yellow card. Didn't.
I have to give the Belarusians credit. You know, the Gomel players, they haven't resorted to any tactical ploys in terms of toughness, body checking, play acting. We haven't seen any of that tonight. And bear in mind, at the moment they are 3-0 down, but they're playing the game in a good spirit. Maybe something to do with the Olympian spirit that we're seeing.
There's Matvejcic, and that could have gone anywhere. Danielago getting in the way. So we inch towards the hour mark at Anfield. Belarusian football is on the up and up. The under-21s, the Belarusian under-21s, finished third at the European Championship finals last year in Denmark.
Interesting to see the zonal marking that Brendan Rodgers is using here. 2 on the line, 1 marking the near post. Gerrard will take the near post.
Let's see. It will be a goal kick. Platonov.
3 across the 6-yard box. Be interesting to see how they go in the season. Looks as though he's determined to play that way.
Andy Carroll going through his paces. And so many have questioned Andy Carroll as a Brendan Rodgers sort of player. He's been linked with 4 or 5 clubs already in the last month or so.
Looking at Suarez tonight, I'm sure if we asked him either before or after the game or at any time, he enjoys playing his own.
Yep.
And making the decisions with all the players rather than playing off a partner. But it's very interesting. I think the great test of Brendan Rodgers will be how he adjusts to the quality of the players that he has, as opposed to the system that he would like to play.
It's cushioned by Gerrard. Down went Suarez, free kick to Liverpool.
I just talked about individualism of Suarez playing on his own, but in truth his combination play with Gerrard is absolutely superb at times.
Midfield is number 26, Tomasz Novak. Coming on number 19, Nikolai Lipatkin.
Well, you probably heard us over the public address system. Nikolai Lipatkin, the 26-year-old, will replace the Polish international Tomasz Nowak. Patkin can operate on either flank. She's substitute in the first leg as well. Tab up his sleeve here. 17 minutes into the second half.
Daniel Agger, the crowd want, I think. This man can hit rockets with that left foot.
And it's only Agger's name that's being shouted out, but it's going to be left. Couldn't quite get it to dip enough.
So who's to take a free kick tonight? The Uruguayan has to win the day, but I know Agger would have liked to have come up and hit that left foot of his.
Well, Suarez has certainly stamped his authority on this game, having played for his country Uruguay at the Olympics. Shelby. Jose Enrique. It's brought down by Borini, playing on the Liverpool attack. And don't forget, we're back here at Anfield on Sunday, Liverpool Liga, 2:45 the starting time. And then a date for your diary, Saturday the 18th of August, weekend in the Barclays Premier League. We'll be in the northeast for Newcastle United against Tottenham. Shelby. Touch on by Suarez. Alemona was playing just off the shoulder of...
One of the qualities that Liverpool have shown tonight is the work rate.
350 mile or so round trip just to watch a game of football. Why not?
Well, must be something in the Liverpool air, Derek.
Should stress he's not a Liverpool player yet. That's the word from the club themselves.
In the system that they're playing tonight, and if there was a missing piece of the jigsaw, it's probably Shelby, who's done very well tonight. If you were looking at how this system would work and who he would replace, particularly he would want to play Borini, I would feel, in the team, and hope he can make his mark. But there's been very few weaknesses here, you know, accepting that Gomel are an inferior technical side. Liverpool have played really well so far. They've had a very good hour here.
Side, I mean, even more competition in midfield. Now that was a sore one, not any shadow of a doubt. Daniel Agger, Alemona going in here. Ouch.
Well, as you get tired, of course, you get slower, and Alemona might put his hands up and say, I'm getting tired.
You're not supposed to get tired, are you, for the very first time in your career?
Your legs can get heavy when you're chasing the ball like they've been tonight.
No, that's a point well taken, David. They have had to do a lot of pursuing. Gomel. Gerrard's pass. Matsvejcic. We had Jose Enrique for company. Brendan Rodgers. His big night. First home game in charge of Liverpool. New backroom staff as well, of course. Colin Pascoe, right-hand man. Now Johnson. Borini was trying to go around the captain, Nikolai Kashevsky. It was clumsy more than it was malicious. Alemona.
When chairman change managers, it's not just the managers, it's a lot of backroom staff who are manoeuvred. Cost of compensation